Hey, good afternoon. My name's Mike Hunter, representative with Vacall. What we have here today is the Vacall recycler. It's getting to be that time of year where the temperatures are dropping and we want to take every opportunity we can to protect our water systems. Before purging any system, we'll make sure that all the water tanks are completely empty and all the drain valves have been opened. If you're not using your recirculation pump, it's best practice to keep the valves closed. However, at the end, you should always check to make sure there's no water in the system by opening the valves and opening the lower petcock drain. Before starting the air purge cycle, make sure the inlet line that comes into the water pump is closed. We want all the air to be focused through the water circuits and not go back to tank. No need to have the engine running. With key power on and the panel power shut off, you notice that the water faster, the tank flush, and the tank filter flush lights are illuminated in purple. What that does for us is it allows us to actuate the air controlled valves that go to the front jetting hose and up to the recycler manifold. The configuration you're looking at the water manifold currently is normal operation. Let's break the water manifold down into 3 different sections. You'll notice the big yellow air manifold to the left also has an air purge valve to the left of it. The ball valve that used to be our conventional tank flush, as you all know, controls our functionality to the water manifold that we normally leave in the open position. The only time we'll close this ball valve is when we're winterizing the vehicle. The air purge valve to the right of that is the air purge valve that will control winterizing the recycler manifold. The ball valve all the way to the right is the ball valve that controls the handgun. Let's start with the handgun circuit. While we purge the handgun circuit, the air purge valve to the left will purge that circuit as well as the front jetting hose. Purging the handgun circuit. To the left of the retractable reel is a ball valve. In the up position will allow air to flow through the manifold, through the retractable reel. With the handgun connected, we can squeeze the trigger and purge all the water out of the retractable reel. The next step is to hit the water faster switch to open up the air actuated valve. Notice the marking on top of the cap of the air actuated valve is in line with the flow. This means that air will run through the valve, out through the water pump, and out to the front jetting hose. Again, the air purge valve to the left of the air actuated manifold is what controls the airflow through that system. It may take several times and building up of air tank pressure to get this job done. We'll now make sure all the water has been fully purged from the water pump. Water faster switch selected at the front control panel. Once all the water is out of the jetting hose, we can now come back to the pump and open up the ball valves and blow the water out of the pump. If your pump is not supplied with ball valves, we'll just simply screw in the manual valves to open up the seat valves inside the pump. The next circuit we need to address is the tank flush and the tank filter flush lines. Remember earlier I said the only function of this valve, this ball valve in line now, is to prevent air from coming back through the manifold so that we can focus air up to the upper manifold. The last portion we'll want to air purge is the manifold block. You'll notice there's 1, 2, 3 valves that will open and open the air purge valve to blow the air from the water manifold block. Now we'll purge the pump for the freshwater tank. Again, we'll start with the 1/2-inch hose reel. We'll open the ball valve, connect our handgun, and run the air purge through the water pump until all the water is out of the reel. Once all the water is out of the reel, we will then air purge the water through the pump and then drain our manifold blocks until all the water has been relieved. We'll now perform a vacuum flush of the main recycler system. And last but not least, we always want to make sure we walk around the truck and every ball valve that's related to the water system is left fully open so that air can actually get through the valve and not freeze in the blocks. This has been an instructional video on winterization and air purging of the Vacall recycler. Thanks, and let's keep our trucks safe this winter.